Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hopefully, my microphone is working better today. Let me check something real quickly. I'm just trying to listen to myself to see if it sounds better. It does not sound better. Hmm. Let's see if we can figure this out. What is the dealio here? It's so weird because last night on my gaming stream, it sounded perfectly fine. Do I have to be, like, right up on it? Mhm. Let me see. Let's look at some of these. So I wonder if I turn this off, like, if it's catching the music in the background. I think that might have been what it was, that for some reason, that tiny bit of noise in the background with my music was does that sound better? So, I'm not allowed to listen to music. Great. I don't wanna put my headphones on. Ugh, don't put the headphones on. I guess that's what it was. I think it was causing a conflict of interest because there must have been just enough sound where it like, the microphone was trying to, like, pick it up or something like that, which is weird because I now can hear myself. Let me turn this off, but it's not that sound is not bothering it. But, no, I can't listen to my music if it's interfering with my mic. That is low quality, and I try to strive for better quality, but that sucks. Oh, well. I mean, that's alright. It's okay. I don't feel like going to get my other earphones. Ah, what is the world coming to? Why do bad things happen to good people? Good morning. I'm doing okay. I'm doing all right. We're making it today. We're making it. We're making it. But good morning over here on the YouTube side. DL hitting us with the morning crew bundle pack, basically, and telling me that last night's gaming stream was fun. It was a blast. If you don't know, if you don't follow me over on Kick or on my YouTube gaming channel here, I had a blast playing with the biggest group we've ever had for golf with your friends. um, it was spectacular. I laughed, I cried, for good in good ways, in a good way. Um, it was fantastic. Rogie saying hail, good morning, good morning. Jonathan Reyes saying hail. Logical Spark saying good morning. Um, I hope it's awesome drawing too. I hope so too. We can only hope for these kinds of things. So far, I'm on a pretty good track record. So, Spider Unlimited saying chilling for a bit and I need that shirt. What? This old thing that I got just a couple of weeks ago at Universal, the Mummy, and I modified it a little bit because I'm so sick and tired of t-shirts. Ladies want ladies apparel. Come on, please, please, please. Got my coffee. Excellent. Alasia over there on Kick, I see you. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome in everybody to the Dream Stream. Today we're going back to doing Chibis for Fortnite. So let's dive in. Let's get into it, shall we? Um, so yesterday we made our crazy Nomi. And we're gonna see what we can do with her. She's gonna get modified some more. These are just kind of like rough sketches and then modified sketches, and then we'll go into the inking process where everything becomes finalized. Kind of have to figure out what I'm gonna dress Nomi up as, because it's Fortnite. Like, what exactly? I trying to remember. I should have asked her last night. Like, what is the character that you typically, or at least the style, the colors that you prefer? Figure that out. And then I was gonna make this Joe, but I think I'm gonna make it Sevi. And because Sevi likes the sniper rifles, and Joe will put her in there somewhere. Joe said I can't put everybody in here, of course, but Joe said something last night where she liked the shotguns, and I was just trying to. We'll see how it goes. I partially, not that I don't want to have my friends included, but part of me is like, because I've been gaming with all these different people and I'm enjoying their company, and if I just kind of interchange. So um what if I save Joe for a different thumbnail, like if we're thinking about making golfing with your friends a weekly thing, so that would be kind of cool. So maybe I'll put Joe in that one. We'll see how it goes. I don't want to exclude anybody because I don't want to hurt feelings. At the same time, we're all adults. We should understand it's like, oh, if part of your problems are I didn't make it to Tabitha's thumbnail project, then you've got bigger problems to work out. So, um thank you. Rizkit was over there. He is letting people know that you can support me over on Patreon. You can support me here on YouTube. You can support me over on Kick. And then, yes, the Etsy shop is going to be coming down soon. So if there's anything there that you want, get it while you can. That's part of my process. I'm going to try to get that done this week. If you are wondering to yourself, why, Teb? Then why would you take down your Etsy shop? Because Etsy sucks and it no longer cares about real creative people anymore. It's been taken over by AI and whatever, hey, if that's how you pay your bills, you do you, but it leaves no room for people like me to find any kind of, because people love surface level artwork, and they don't care if their characters' hands have 7 fingers, and they don't care if all this stuff. I'm going to be moving my stuff to my new shop. You can find just like 2 or 3 things on it right here on YouTube. And there's a link. There should be a link either down below, or you can find it in my tab section where there's a store where I'm going to be moving my stuff over there. Plus, it's just time to make new waves and things like that. In China resell people, you can get the same stuff on Amazon 100%. 100%. As what it is, they say it's a dog-eat-dog world out there, but it just, unfortunately, creative people have to get more creative. The downfall of creative people has always been that we just want to create and we want people to love what we create. We're not necessarily the best at marketing. We're not necessarily the best at business. Not that we can't learn, but we try to save our free time and our brain capacity for creativity. And that takes up a lot of time and effort and sweat. And so to have to try to now figure out how to be creative to get people to buy your stuff in a whole new creative way. We thought we figured out the creative part of marketing with, online platforms and whatnot and reels and stuff. Now we have to be creative to outdo artificial intelligence to reach real people. It's a wonderful life. Freddie says he made it, and hello. Puffy shirt, you can just leave. We don't do that here. You need help and you need Jesus to clean out your life because you clearly are crying for attention and have no self-respect. And I would work on that if I were you. You could be an upstanding citizen if you tried. All right, here we go. So my character is over here, and I really liked the claws that were over on Fortnite during the Wakanda season. I don't know exactly what it was, but it was like a Black Panther season. And so I think what I'm going to do is actually I don't even want to work on that. I want to work on Sevi over here. So let's get rid of me and Nomi. All right, let's I'm going to put Nomi in her own little, why is this picture here? Hang on. Let's move our reference photos down. I'm going to gather all of Nomi and we're going to group her here. We're going to rename this to Narmi. So fun to play with Narmi last night. Having Jamaican tea and bread. Nice. I'm going to put these pictures as references Thank you. References. Spelling, not always my strong suit. I try. I work. But I don't always succeed. You look just like this golfer that I was watching last night, says Chad. That's right. That's right. That's me. It's a 3 cups of coffee kind of day. Yeah, this is my second-ish kind of coffee because I just keep topping it off. I want to make sure that I drink my water. So, so that it cancels out the caffeine. But I do. I love me a good cup of coffee. There we go. I was with Joe a while back. If you follow us on Twitter, on the Xverse, we found this really great coffee shop. And I'm talking top tier coffee. And what I mean by that was that this was no Starbucks coffee. Like nobody goes to Starbucks for a real cup of coffee. Okay, maybe I should make that a shirt and wear that. By the way, I do have a Make Art Not Content t-shirt that you can get a hold of in my shop. All handmade by me, and I do love it. I've got that shirt. I should have worn it today so you could see it, but I'll get it later. But I don't remember what this cup of coffee, I know I should be drawing. I don't know what this cup of coffee was called exactly. It had like a Spanish name to it. It was kind of like cafe something something bonbon, which is like, it wasn't exactly bonbon, but it was like bonbon, which is French, but Summer Moon Coffee, no risk hit. It was called Coffee of the Soul. Coffee of the Soul. And lovely place. The reason that Joe and I went there, well, the reason I convinced Joe to go with me, which she had no problem with, was because they serve your coffee in real mugs, not like paper cups. Alasia, thank you. I see you over there. You on it like white on rice. And we first went to the Bow place, and literally that's what it's called. And then we went to Coffee of the Soul. We're like, because I told her when we were making plans, I'm like, what if we went to here and we got lunch, and then we literally just walk right across the street and there's this wonderful coffee shop. Anyway, I told Joe, please help me to live this day, knowing that I should try new things. So she did. Appreciate it. Shout out the real Joe Rosie. And so I went up to the cash register place and I was like, I would like the lemon cake, which by the way was amazing. I would like a slice of lemon cake. And then I was like, this coffee, I'll just call it coffee something something bonbon. What is this? And the lady was Hispanic, very heavy accent, and she was trying to say what it was. And I was like, I'll just take it. I'll take it. And I'm so glad that I did. So I sat down, they brought me the cup. It was a little glass, double, what is it called? Double paned, double infused coffee cup. And it was in 3 levels. And in the bottom, it had 1 level of condensed milk. And then on top of that was a beautiful shot of espresso. And then on top of that, I can't remember if it was steamed milk or it was just whipped cream on the top. And the cup was only about this big. It wasn't like the size of a regular coffee cup. And I drank it without mixing it first. So good. Absolutely amazing. Thank you, Rizka. Yeah, I was gonna say it wasn't bonbon like French. It was bonbon. Okay, so I guess there's some similarities. And it was very strong, but it was so good. So good. I don't really like bitter coffee. My mom tells me I drink French coffee. I put too much cream in it, and I'm okay with that. But this was such a rich, flavorful. I don't know if I've ever had coffee that tasted this good, and it was amazing. And so then I mixed it with the condensed milk at the bottom, and then it was like a sweet treat. It was amazing. Amazing, best ever, none like it in the world. It was top tier. Loved it. Would do again. Hi, Canlis. Good morning. I do miss coffee. Diet sucks times. Here's that. James the King. I'm 37. How about you? I am not 37. but I hope to be one day. Anyway, so that was part of my adventure. That was my wonderful experience with the coffee. Was it $6? Yes. Was it worth $6? 100%. 100%. It was so good. Am I 42? No, but I hope to be 42 one day. Since you mentioned coffee, dude, come on, don't at me like that. You know, the 16-year-olds these days are talking about coffee. 16-year-olds are like living their best life on coffee these days. I didn't start drinking coffee till I would think I was like 20, something like that. But anyway, all right. Starbucks ain't worth $6. No, it's not. 100% risk it. It's not. Now look, I enjoy Starbucks, but that's like a sweet drink. It's a fun drink. It ain't worth the money you spend unless you're just having a me day, as they say. But the people are coming out the woodworks over there on Kick. It's been a while. Okay, all right. It's been a while since we've had the people that need help. So, all right. So I am going to bring in my reference with Madame Seve over here, and we're gonna get started with our drawing. Let me get rid of these signs here. But I hope everybody's had a good night's rest, ready to face the day, seize the day, carpe the diem. The Artful Brittany, first time making it while you're like, oh, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. All right, here is our reference. Alicia, I know Alicia over there working hard, and I see you and I appreciate you. Hope someday you can try Guatemalan coffee. It's delicious. Maybe. Am I sure I'm not seeing someone? I'm seeing all of you right now. That's what I'm seeing. All right, so this was the rough sketch of what I was going to make Joe, but now I'm going to make Seve. And I kind of use Sevi in the same position like two different times. So I'm going to see if I can try to expand. And let me see here. Let me get a new layer. I'm going to see if I can expand beyond what I always do for Sevi. Guatemalan beans are top-notch roast. You know, was there any buddy out there that would actually try the coffee, the most expensive coffee in the world, the one, you know, that gets defecated by cats, the certain kind of cat in the mountains? Would anybody be willing to try that? I'm just curious. All right, I'm a little bit nervous. I need another reference. I need my, oh no, did I get rid of my, I did. Oh, darn it. Stickle bats. Where you at? I did. I got rid of that. All right. Delete. 1 second as I bring in my other references. Can't let you guys see all of my stuff. Let's see. What do I want to do for Sevi? I do think something really exaggerated would be super fun. So, oh, this would be cool for me. I'm sorry. Welcome to the dream stream where we just like go with the flow. Excuse me. We just do what we want around here. All right. What would I do for Sevi? Sevi should be using a sniper rifle. So maybe although this would be super cool for Sevi. Sevi. Here, we add this back to the stage. So I've got another thing of characters here. I'd like to try to start streaming once baby girl gets a little older, but I've already decided I'll be staying. Hey, you could become like a VTuber, or I've noted. I just learned about PNG tubers, Alasia, where it's not as expensive for sure. It's not as expensive, and you could do something like that. It's very popular right now. You don't drink coffee, so I'm definitely not drinking coffee. I have to share with Kat. I hear you. The cat, yeah, risk it. I'd do it, right? I would. Now, if it's not going to be like a $37 cup of coffee, but you know, I'd try it. Why not? I mean, it's not like they don't clean them, you know, and Like, there are worse things. So I think that it would be really cool to do Sevi in like this kind of a position, right? It kind of, or maybe this one, because the it adds a little bit of more of the dynamic pose to it, number one. And I would love to do the one on the bottom, but the perception, I think it's wrong. I mean, I could probably try to reconfigure it. Excuse moi. But let's see, where's my Nomi? There she be. All right. So if we did Nomi, if Nomi's like that, and then we had Sevi kind of like this over here, but see, the problem is that Nomi's character is kind of just flat. So maybe if I did something like this and I put Sevi out front, I think I could stick with that. So I think we should go with something, although this one would be super fun. I think we're just going to have to make it work. Of course, then what's really great, this reference, they have the chibi-ish version. So I tell you what, this, welcome in. If you're new to Dreaming Tabitha, this is part of the process. We kind of do back and forth till we figure out what it is that exactly we want to do with our picture, and we trial and error. And I'm self-taught, so I don't know everything, and I'm just kind of learning. And oh my goodness, it's one of my favoriteest peoples. It's Untamed Manos yelling at me saying, I finally caught a stream. TT, I'm so freaking happy. Still at work, by the way, but I'm here. I like how she just kind of went, and Uru, is that how you pronounce your name? Hello, welcome in. I am an art teacher, James the King. I see you found me over here on the YouTube. What digital art program are you using? Asks the artful Brittany. I am using Procreate. I'm new to digital art. What advice are you going to give me? What advice am I going to give you? Well, versus maybe saying, what advice could you give me? That would be a different way to present that. That's exactly how I said it in my head. By the way, guys, Mando has a secret. A really big secret, but I told her I would keep it secret. It's almost as big as her if she were Batman, but I can't talk about it any further than that. She wanted to deny the reality, but I know the truth. I know a secret that I don't even know herself. Yeah, see, the more you deny it, the stronger I believe that you are the one. Hey, it's Justin Proper. Welcome in. Tabitha Talk. I did. Jason, wasn't it? Mando must have been imprisoned again. We don't, Riz Kid. We don't talk about that. All right. I've got to make a decision. I love both of these poses. This one would have to be bigger, and we'd have to shrink Nomi, and it'd be kind of like this, which would be super cool. But I think Sevi is just such an incredible person in different ways. Even though I've revoked my totally straight heterosexual girl crush on her because she was mean to me last night during golf stream. Mando, we would love to have you on, by the way. We would love to have you on. All right, let me get this. There we go. All right. So again, we modify everything. So let's see. This one's a little too alien. All right. We're just gonna get rid of Nomi real quickly. She's distracting me, as she always does. Here we go. Y'all ready for this? Don't. I've been listening to a book while I've been doing my off-stream stuff, and I'm maybe gonna finish that today. Sevi was savage. She was talking about. Are we allowed to say that on the internet? She was talking about murdering and blood and all this kind of stuff. See, Mando, I thought it was Thursdays. I knew there was a day that every day you were on Jacob's channel. For some reason, I thought it was Thursdays. That's why I keep inviting you to stuff, because I keep thinking it's Thursdays and it's not. But if you're ever free. Okay, here we go. We start off with the big head, the circle. And so this is like looking at it like it's tilted back. So we're going to have to change it, of course. It's Sevi, of course. She's Colombian. Leave her alone. That's right. We don't mess with this Sevi. Oh, so it is Thursday. So I'm just getting my characters out of sorts. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Okay. Next week, ditch them. Come play with us. All right. So this is interesting because you see it's kind of up in that way. But, we might flatten this a little bit. We might flatten it a little bit. I'll make sure everybody's free next week. Mando, let's play games. And now I have to draw Sevi's ears that don't exist. Boy, that's really big. See, this is interesting. I don't know how well this is going to turn out. All right, let's just follow the reference a little bit, slightly. We'll make changes as we go, but let's just follow the reference. Okay, so the face is kind of up like that. Follow the yellow brick road. Do, 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 do. Yes, thank you, Mando. Thank you. Yes, tell him that you love me more. For what reason we don't know, but just just more. Sevi is Colombian. Wow, I feel like a dork. I thought her accent was Eastern Bloc. What? Eastern something Europe. So I describe her as my Midwestern Colombian because she lives Midwest USA. She's American to the core, but she has a Colombian accent because that's where her family is from, and I told her it's the most unique accent I've ever heard in my life, and well, okay, that's not really cheating though, Rizkit. It's just because we've played the game so much. Although yesterday I totally forgot half of what I learned playing that game. But yes, Sevi is Colombian. She's Midwestern Colombian. All right. So here we go. So something. Yeah, we're going to snatch that waist, girl. Here we go. We're going to get our little jumping bean gourd body going because that's the Tabitha way. I hope that I'm prettier than Jacob. I do. I do hope that I'm prettier than Jacob Ironside. Okay. All right. So we've got our little gourd body here. And then we're just going to use, again, this reference to see where everything needs to be. Well, I made the first mistake. All right, let's follow. Let's do what we know, Tabitha. Let's do what we know. Okay. So we got our little fist going on. I'm sorry, Eastern Bloc. The Czech Republic where Yugoslavia used to be, Romania, that area. Ah, okay. Well, in case you didn't know, Alasia, because since you didn't know that she was Colombian, did you know that the rest of the internet didn't know that Sevi wasn't a natural blonde? Scandalous. Scandalous. All right. I don't know. Like all these characters tend to like make fists. So we're gonna just continue on with this fad. So, all right. Let's try to do this. Let's give Sevi some hips because we enjoy ourselves a curvy gal, don't we? All right. And then these legs are always kind of wonky. They kind of remind me of My Little Pony, but exactly right. I mean, anybody you would think between her eyebrows and her roots, Sevi's not shy about it. So, all right. So the legs need to be a little bit shorter. We're just going to kind of get our bearings here. We're just going to do kind of a rough sketch just to see if we're on the right track. It's a little bit of a wonky leg. I got you, but trying to get faster at doing these things too. There's just some days where it goes really fast. Like I can sketch out whatever it is I see in my head, or my intuition is just really strong one day. And then there's just another day where it's like, okay, clearly don't know what I'm doing. All right. So yeah, because her leg is supposed to be out in front. So I kind of think that this should be bigger. here. And like I was saying yesterday during the stream, it all kind of comes down to style as well when you're trying to exaggerate these characters. Um, it's just part of like the comic book style and everything. You know, these really giant hands. I mean, perspective will do that. Like, obviously, if I put my hand in front of me like this, it looks like my hand is like twice as big as my face. But there's a difference between like the way that they like stretch the body and everything to really get that effect. Okay, so here the leg would be back, so it would be a little bit schmala. Schmala. We have made Sevi quite thick. We'll see if we can fix that. That's so funny, Alasia. I can't wait to tell her. Like I had some folks in my stream that kind of thought you were like Russian or, Czech. I wonder what's the weirdest thing she's ever heard just because of her accent and everything. Adobe Procreate, or should I look at a different program? I highly recommend Procreate. I mean, it depends on what you're wanting to do with it. Procreate is not necessarily it's not difficult to navigate. There are plenty of tutorials online, of course, if you get stuck with something. But I have used Photoshop for years. I've used Illustrator. I hate Illustrator. It's not user friendly, but to be fair, Adobe is a professional grade editing software. It just kind of depends on how much you want to invest in it. What are your plans, your goals? Photoshop is amazing. Photoshop is fantastic. But again, it just kind of depends. Like Photoshop is great. You can use it for drawing. You can use it for photo editing. You cannot do that in Procreate. Procreate is purely for drawing and animation, light animation. What's really, really cool about Procreate versus Adobe is that you make a one-time payment. That's it. And it's super affordable. It's not even close to the triple digits. I think you pay like $24, $24. And you get this. Now you can get brushes for free, or you can go to Etsy, or you can go to your favorite artists, on YouTube. A lot of times they make their own brushes. And what's really cool is that a lot of them, like Jazza, they make brushes that work for Photoshop and for Procreate. Adobe, one of the many qualms with Adobe software is that updates will come, which are not necessarily a terrible thing. I've never had an update with Procreate. What you see is what you get. And it's phenomenal, everything that they have in it. But Adobe is not user-friendly. It's very much a learning curve. I went to school to learn how to use Photoshop. I mean, again, you have tutorials, but it's not user-friendly. It's not a bad app. It's just it's professional grade. So it's not user-friendly, and you have to pay a monthly fee for Photoshop. And a lot of times you're not just getting Photoshop, you're also getting other stuff. This is how Adobe works. You don't just get one individual typically, from what I remember, because I canceled my Adobe subscription. I used to use Photoshop, Fresco. Fresco, I think, is free. You could always try out Fresco. And then I also used Adobe Premiere Pro. Sucks. I switched over to a different program for video editing because Adobe sucks. And everybody will tell you that. There has been like this mass exodus from Adobe, specifically with video editing software. And I noticed a lot of artists like Sam Does Art and all these things, they've moved over to Procreate. Professional artists have moved over to Procreate. And so Adobe is expensive. Adobe crashes all the time. And not only that, unless they've changed and made an update in the last 2 years, I think it was, they sneakied it because they started integrating AI into their software, which everybody's doing, I understand. But the caveat, the clincher, whatever you want to say, is that you had to allow Adobe to use your projects to basically feed their AI engine to learn. And you did not get the option to say yes or no. and they snuck it into the renewal subscription. So if you were already paying a monthly subscription, unless you were looking for it, you were never going to know that you were automatically signing that right away. Not only that, you kind of don't get to own your software. So it used to be that you got to own Adobe software. Back in like 2013 and stuff like that, you would buy Photoshop, and then eventually when there became an upgrade, you would have to purchase the new one. However, the old one still worked. It was just up to you. So like I used Photoshop for like 10 plus years without getting a new one. Worked fine. It did everything that I needed it to do. But it just never got the updates. So what's cool about paying for the subscription is that you get to get automatic updates. But if you don't pay attention and read the fine lines, you run into problems. So you never get to really own your stuff that you create, except for the finalized version, which you would save into a JPEG or a PNG or something like this. Your file to edit it, you never get to own because you must have Adobe. And if you decide to cancel your subscription, you no longer have access to editing any of your photos. It is what it is. This is how it is. And if you have everything on the cloud and you don't download it, everything on that cloud is gone. Like it's not yours, it's theirs. And so people were very upset that Adobe decided to go this route and basically steal your artwork and not allow you any alternative except to say yes. So that was another reason why there was this mass exodus from Adobe. So it was too expensive. It crashed all the time. And then they were stealing your artwork with your permission in ignorance. So Photoshop is still really great as far as a program goes. I don't know if Photoshop constantly had the issue of crashing all the time, but Adobe Premiere Pro, if you're using it for video editing, it does. I have yet to have a problem with Procreate, except for when I've been using it for hours. There were a couple of times where it wouldn't like allow me to pinch or switch settings. I think that was just because I would be drawing for like 5 hours, and I think it just kind of, I don't want to say it froze, because as soon as I just basically like closed the program and opened it back up, everything was fine. Everything was where it needed to be. Everything was saved. That's the beauty also of Procreate. Like if I X out of this right now, I don't lose any information. I don't have to go through the whole save as, export, all as far as that goes. Like I don't have to worry about that. You know, the motto of any kind of digital or creative is save and save often. I don't have to do that. I have never done that in Procreate unless I'm trying to export it to share it somewhere else. So there are so many pros to Procreate. And I'm still learning. There is so much within this app that I have to study tutorials constantly to refresh my brain. It's like, oh yeah, I can do that. Maybe one day when I'm, I don't know, just fooling around here, I can walk you guys through some of the stuff. Love Procreate. Never had a problem. Never really had ever a problem with it, except for twice. And I've had Procreate for about a year now. Twice in 1 year, I've had it where after a long session of drawing, it just kind of was like, I need a breather. So, Hulk Smash says Procreate is solid. When am I going to make my own brushes? When I need them, I guess. I don't feel like I need them right now. So GIMP, yes, I've heard about GIMP as well. Which I think is such a funny name to give a program. It's kind of hateful, but Amanda says GIMP is great, and DaVinci Resolve. Yes, I've heard DaVinci for video editing as well. I use CapCut. It's cheaper and better, and it's like these companies write long terms of services because they know people won't. Yeah, they do. 100%. Clip Studio, that's another one. Yeah, Clip Studio and GIMP. I've heard of these. I'm actually surprised Adobe is still around. It's such an old software. I can't believe it's still relevant. Well, it's because it is good. Like there are many great things. Like it is top tier editing software. It is professional grade software. The special effects that were done in Iron Man, like when they were looking at Robert Downey Jr.'s face when he was in the mask and you saw all that stuff going on, that was done in Adobe After Effects. So it is top tier. It is professional grade editing software, which is why it's not user friendly and it takes you a long time to learn all the ins and the outs. But again, all these other things that started coming along because, and if you do a big dive into the research, I highly recommend Jazz's video on the deep dive of Adobe software. It basically, corporate greed is what it comes down to. So will I need to download it for our stream? Mando, what are we talking about? Oh, for drawing. I am an art teacher, by the way. Good chinchilla. I thank you for the follow. I am an art teacher. I've been teaching for years. Probably Mando, we probably would go back to pencil and paper. I'm not the like I don't really have experience. I know it might sound like it's the same, but I don't really have a lot of experience or any experience teaching people how to draw on this thing. I'm still learning a lot myself. Yeah, you don't need extra stuff. You can just a good old-fashioned piece of paper and pencil. And I'll get on that project here in a little bit. I'm a little bit behind because I'm supposed to have Biggles on the channel. And then Michelle from Force of Light Entertainment said she would like to come on and paint some Superman. So I got to figure that out as well. People in the GCA are getting my interest in 3D printing. I'm wanting to learn how to make my own stuff. Absolutely. It's super popular right now. Jordy Alcala Art, welcome in. Adobe has been industry standard for a long time. Most companies and schools pay for bulk subscriptions. That's mainly how they are still alive, not because of individual users. Facts. Facts. My good man. Wait, was I'm just looking at your profile and I think, you were doing those beautiful art pieces the other day, was it not? Where it was just kind of like splash, like brush strokes of ink, digital, but like that was you, right? This is where I think. Anyway, Alasia, you do your thing. I like it. Mando, are you not? Hang on a second. I know we should be focusing on art. I am. But I think I feel in my heart and my soul. Let me check on something really quick because we're having a lot of stress. Yes, excellent. Look, I've been looking for new artist friends and the who, what's, and the what's nots. And of course, obviously you'd still need to get to know me unless you're just one of those people that lives on the edge. But welcome in first and foremost. But I host once a month. This month has been kind of crazy, but I host once a month. Excuse me one second. Aha. There we go. Mando, I knight you. You're doing a great job, Alasia. Mando, I made you a moderator over on Kick because you deserve it, friend. Anyway, you're watching me back, and I appreciate that. So anyway, I host. If you're interested, I don't know what other social media you use and things like that, but I host an art party once a month where I have artists from all different walks of life and all different mediums, makeup artists, pencil draw, users, digital artists. Painters, watercolorists, any kind. I'm still waiting for a wood whittler to come out, but I just invite a bunch of people onto the show and we do a drawing prompt on the fly. We usually go for about an hour and a half, maybe 2 if the conversation's really good. We roll a die, kind of like Dungeons and Dragons, and we have to create things that with those prompts, and it gets really crazy. Chat, let him know some of the crazy things that we have done. It's been it's definitely helped my artwork, and a lot of the artists that come on the channel, they're like, this was surprisingly what I needed because I don't have to think. You know how we artists tend to just get stuck in our minds where we're like, we get so busy and frustrated and like, what do I do? What do I create? And this kind of allows us to be creative without having to think too hard. I'm trying to find a reference from what I've done in the past just to give you an idea. But I mean, if you'd ever be interested in meeting other artists online and just having a good time creating, we would love to have you. But no pressure. Just like to throw out an invitation if you just want to hang out. And man, do I accept? All right, it's Nomi. It's Nomi without you. Oh my gosh. Yes, we are all looking forward to your shoulder recovery. All right, here we go. So we've kind of got a general idea of what's going on here. Whoops. Again, this is our rough sketch. And so is Biggles in the house? Biggles, is he here? Did I miss him? Huh. Biggles, there he is. There's Biggles. All right, so what I like to do when I get this, because I want to still make the character myself, because as we've been talking about, tracing is okay, to get you kind of started, but you want it to, be your own artwork. You don't want to steal from other people. So I'm going to go over here to Sevi's little character. And she looks kind of weird, but it's A2D2. Hello over there. I see you. But now we kind of figured these things out. I would say that I'm going to go to my liquefy tool here. I'm starting to get a little better with liquefy, just not a lot, but a little bit. Trying to. Thing is that Sevi's not really that tall, but we could give her some legs for days if we needed to. I wonder if I made her femur too long or something. I know these exaggerated poses are difficult for me, which is why this is a really good practice for Tabitha. So we're going to just go with this. And I wonder if maybe it's just more about the body's positioning. So, and of course, because these are chibis and they're caricatures, they're always exaggerated. I don't want to make her legs too thick because it looks kind of weird, but it is kind of fun, just what if we made this a little more narrow like that? Nomi doesn't love you. I'm sorry. You're just going to have to take that up with Nomi. I really need to have my art friend Randy on your show. I think both of you would have a blast. Does this person have a YouTube channel? Sevi is actually 50 feet tall, but she got caught in a shrink ray, I believe. I just got my iced coffee. Oh, cheers, Nomi. All right, so I think that this is a better positioning. The only problem is that she kind of loses her girly figure. So we're gonna have to bring in the cake. Maybe not quite as much moss cake, but maybe not quite as much cake as moss. But I want Sevi to have a little extra something going on. By the way, if you don't know who I'm talking about, these are my internet friends that I stream with. I'm not objectifying just anybody. I'm objectifying my friends. It's okay. It's fine. Moss cake, I know. Unasked for mom comment. Seeing your baby smile and giggle in her sleep while you rock them to sleep is literally the best. Makes up for the fussing. Aw. That's sweet. All right, here we go. A little bit of a curve here, a little girly curve. Surprisingly, I've said this all the time, just the slightest change in the shape can really make a big difference. You see, I didn't do much. I didn't do much to change the shape, but it made a huge difference. And I like that a little bit more. It's still not perfect, and I know I'm kind of cleaning up a little too early in this portion of the project, but then we just kind of slim her down a little bit. I can't work on certain assets that Sevi has on stream. It'll make the men thirsty. So we say I'll do that in my private time here. I don't need it to get weird, okay? You accept my terms of service? My terms or somebody else's terms? By the way, Nomi, I need to text you. I needs to text you. We can't help ourselves, Biggles. We can't help ourselves. You've seen moths, right? I mean, one of my nieces is going to kindergarten next week, and that Mando, same. I feel you. My niece is going to school for the first time ever, and I'm beside myself with grief. Okay, this arm looks strange. Here we go. I am beside myself because there's just something about, like, as soon as kids go to school, it's like life just goes by so fast. Life just becomes super busy with sports and after school things and homework and whatever, that it just makes time go by faster. All right. Here we go. Sevi's looking pretty good. Nomi, have you seen yourself on your chibi version? It's still not the cleanest version of you, but were you in the stream yesterday? Oh my gosh. All right, so let's look at our character over here. So there's like a finger that goes this way and comes back. Well, I guess I'll just change up the guns because no, what do I look like? Nomi? Yeah, you ain't ready. I laughed. You look good. It's just that you look a little wild. I got you the chainsaw. What do you think? Mr. Angry Eyes. I think it's fantastic. I can't wait to Nomi, you're gonna have to help me. She's like, I love it. Yeah, exactly, Elijah. It fits. Nomi's chibi. Mando says it works. Can I draw an avocado? Why would I draw an avocado? Yeah, the chainsaw was amazing. It was really scary too. Let me get rid of Nomi and bring back Sebi. Hey, it's Mo Zamboni. He's one of the artists that has been on the show before for the art parties and other things that we won't talk about. So I guess we'll just give what other weapon is there an interesting handgun? Because it would be kind of hard to give Sevi a sniper like this. Because that's her gun. Like, she loves the snipers. Let's have a look. See, hang on. Fortnite sniper rifle. How could she hold this gun? Wow. Okay, I need a character holding the sniper rifle. Okay. It's John Wick. Of course it's John Wick. Yeah, see, this is a two-handed gun. Yeah, exactly. It's spot on. 100%. 100%. All right, let me try something really quickly. So let me just change the color. Because it's like, you don't hold a sniper rifle, you don't hold a sniper rifle like this. And it would be kind of weird to hold a sniper rifle, like this. That would just be like a spear gun. It just doesn't make any sense unless I changed. I just really like this pose. I feel like this would be something that Sevi would, But if I bring the other arm around, like when I look at this reference, like they're holding it down low. I could do that. It's like I really like this pose though. Oh, here we go. Here's some gals holding sniper rifles. Memes of destruction. And I said, hey, hey, what's going on? Is the background going to be us all landing on the lame bridge? The background, you know what I should do? I should just have the background be where Sevi drove the car off without us after, Nomi's like, wait for us, come get us. And she just took off and drove over the mountain. Oh, oh my gosh. Um, Let me see. The one non-blonde, that's right. Yeah, all the rest of us are except for Sevi. Um, let's see. Land in my hacienda? Yeah. Well, the hacienda, does it exist anymore? Did they bring the hacienda back to the Fortnite map? That's Fortnite in a nutshell, 100%. All right. Look, I know Sevi loves the sniper rifle. I think we're just gonna have to I love this pose, and I think I could nail Sevi in this pose. Like, I think it would just work for her. Unless we want to make this Joe. Nomi, what are your thoughts? Do you think I could make this Joe? Joe likes a good shotgun. I mean, typically shotgun is a two-handed weapon as well, but we could make her pull like a John Wayne right here. We could totally give her like a double barreled, whoops, my hand got off there. Kind of, I'm not, look, I will admit I'm not the best at drawing guns, so don't at me. This is why it's practice. Ease practice, But I think that would be cool. I know the perspective's off. I'm drawing it flat. This is just to give us, it would probably have to be more like that, and it's shorter, right? Something like that. I don't know, but oh crap! I drew that on top of. There we go. I think this could be Joe. What do we think? What about a dual pistols? It sounds more like Joe's drive. I mean, a gun is just a shiny stick that goes boom. That's right. It's kind of like a sword, Pointy end goes into the other men. All right. All right. I think I'll find a different pose for Sevi. I think we'll make this Joe. Let's just go ahead and switch. See, this is Welcome to Dreaming Tabitha. Oh. Yes. Okay. We are going to have a guest appearance. Well, a guest audio appearance. Hang on. Let me. Wait a minute. Nomi, this is through. Wait a minute. This is through StreamYard. This is through StreamYard. I don't know how to make that work. A Discord call work through StreamYard. Like, I could send you the link for StreamYard and you just use your audio. No camera required, but I don't know that I can put a Discord call into StreamYard. Let me know your send me the link. And yeah, don't be on cam. Okay. All right. Guest. Okay, I'll send it to you through Twitter. How exciting. I love when we have a good know me without you pop-up experience. Okay, if we do that, I know it would be nice if StreamYard kind of worked with that, but hang on. Headphones. There we go. You love to hear Nomi's voice on stream. I mean, who doesn't? Who doesn't? All right. She messes up our whole screen setup. Oh, it will, won't it? All right. Well, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. All right. All right. She'll pop in when she can. But I think this would be cool. Let's get our Joe reference up here. Where's Joe Mama? Why did it cut off all my references? Hang on. There we go. Here is my Joe reference. I don't know why we just love making. Joe's always nervous, it seems like. So that's like, here's our Joe reference. I think it'd be really cool to make this into Joe. This is gonna kind of a distraction, so I'm gonna put Joe over in the corner. And so just imagine like Joe got a haircut, but she's still like just these whoops. She's not a Twi'lek. Just kind of get Joe's hair. You know, we could have her hair kind of swooshy too, like we do with Nomi's. And Joe's got like really big round eyes. Sorry. She does. Joe has really big round eyes. I mean, that's not a problem. I just, when you kind of draw it like in this character. Here we go. We're going to give her like that. We're going to give her like the what's it called? Charlie's Angels, kind of. I'm so bad at drawing hair. Like you can't even. I don't know. You get the vibe though. Something like that. Yes, Queen. There we go. I think we found our Joe. I think we found Joe. And then I would have to find the right perspective. Yes, right? Thank you, A2. Yeah. Like it's not a slander or whatever to say that somebody has big eyes, unless you're like, they got big eyes. Joe just has really, like, they're just so round. Like every time I'm with Joe, and don't tell her I said this because it'll make her super self-conscious. Like it's just between you, me, and the internet, okay? Joe has really big round eyes. And I just always stare at them. I try not to stare awkwardly at them. Let me see here. Shotgun. Ooh. She likes, I mean, we've got quite the selection of shotguns. The problem is, why not just draw each individual strand and go from there? Mando, that would be it, right? Just draw all of them. Draw all the hair. Nomi, where are you? Where you been? Where you at? Who that is? All right. So now the problem is trying to figure. I think this is good. This is good. And we just can figure out what Joe wears too and make that interesting. But now comes the difficult part of drawing these guns. I think. Exactly. Yeah, Larry, call her out. Where you at? Where you at? Get me all excited. Get the crowd all excited, and then she's even late for her own ideas. Whoops. Oh, hang on. I got to figure out how to do this, Nomi. I have this set up specifically for like me. There, does that work? Can I hear you? Are you?
Yeah, I hear.
He's here!
Yay! Good morning. Hello, everyone. Hello, Tabitha. How are you?
I'm better now that you are here.
Oh, that makes my little heart jump for joy knowing that I am welcomed in your
Of course,
presence.
always. And yes, you're welcome in my online presence. So what do we think about Joe? Once I put the hair on it, I was like, I think this is Joe.
Yeah, I can see Joe posing like that.
Yeah. My problem is drawing the shotgun. Like these shotguns are kind of weird looking. Like I got it. One kind of looks like a keyhole. I'm not good with, number one, I'm not good with drawing weaponry unless maybe it's a sword. And then the other problem is that now I have to do it at a weird angle.
Try.
I need like a 3D.
Oh, I can see what you're doing. That looks good.
Is it kind of, yeah, it's the rough sketch, but does that look like she's about to blast us into oblivion?
Yes, it does.
I think we might have to move Joe over a little bit. To give enough space. But how are you?
And then thank you, Freddie. I see your comment. I'm doing good. I got my iced coffee. I just barely started now drinking it.
Why?
So
Why?
my iced coffee.
Iced coffee is so important to our essential being. Why would you wait?
I
You're
had
like,
to
because
wash my
life.
face. Well, that too, live, wash my face, but like I've noticed, I think I need to get different makeup, but always on my left side on my face, I always get one giant pimple and it's
Oh.
those hurtful pimples.
Mm,
And I
yes.
noticed it since I started using a different foundation. So I think I'm just going to test it out one more time before I completely disregard it or take it to the store to return it.
I don't know how to do this.
I don't know how to do it. I mean, it looks like one of those shotguns from
I
Fortnite.
didn't I I didn't do Joe's fingers, so maybe that would help. Does that look maybe more realistic?
Yeah. I guess the realist side of
Oh wait, where's
drawing
your she doesn't
what
have a thumb. Maybe that's what's the problem. How would your thumb look on one of these things? Like
and then
that.
maybe think about a different kind of gun because if it's a shotgun and it's a heavy barrel one, like the ones in the games, you would have to use both hands.
True, true. Don't forget this is an exaggeration though. So I feel like she could do a John Wayne with this, right?
Hmm. Let's be
So
real. Excuse me. The coffee went down the wrong way. I was going to say, let's be real. All of Fortnite is an exaggeration.
right. So I feel like it would make Joe look like a bad A if she was slinging a shotgun with one hand. But I was trying to do Sevi originally with a sniper rifle, and there's a fine balance between being too weird and too extreme versus, oh, that's really cool, even though it's not realistic. You know what I mean? Like, so somebody wielding a sniper rifle with one hand, it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
But there's the possibility that a shotgun could maybe. Maybe.
Oh, definitely.
Okay, so this is the part where I don't know what I'm doing. Like that looks like a laser gun now. It's like it was all fun and games until I got to this point.
So while you're drawing, I'm actually playing a round of Fortnite. Ah ha ha.
What?
Yeah.
What? Well, okay. This is important information. I'm glad that what are you wearing? No, I'm just kidding. But like what would you want your character to kind of look like?
Well, right now I'm currently using the Rogue skin from X-Men.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
I just always loved her. I mean, even as a kid, not like knowing what body objectification was, but I've always liked her style of how she poses herself. She's like a girl's girl. And I started playing Marvel vs. Capcom on my Switch. And
Oh.
whenever you play her and you defeat whatever villain you're playing, she changes into a different outfit and it's cut off high-waisted cut off shorts and a cute white heart-shaped top with boots. I was like, oh my gosh, that's such a cute outfit with her hair being wavy. I was like, oh, that's such an outfit I would wear.
Oh my. Such an okay, so you would wear something like there is no greater female superhero than Rogue. Oh
In
my.
my opinion, yes.
That's what apparently Biggles agrees with you. Okay, I'm
And
trying to
Biggles ain't
see.
wrong.
Biggles ain't wrong. Don't say that too loud. All right, so something I don't know. Oh my gosh, weaponry. I still don't understand why y'all play Fortnite because it's fun, Mando. Okay?
You played with us once, Mando.
I know. All right, I just kind of went for it. Um,
And ever since we played with you, we've learned so much.
yeah,
It's
we
very true,
never.
actually.
Yeah, we need to do Sea of Thieves.
Oh, once my internet is better, I would
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
I
Look at
will.
that. Once
Yeah.
Nomi's internet's better, I might have to just make a gun. Like this is a brand new, never before seen gun in Fortnite. Oh, we're just gonna have to exaggerate stuff here, but I'm okay with that. And it'd be like, what is that gun? Oh, it's that. It's just for a thumbnail anyway. It's got to be. Never agree with Biggles, but this is the closest I'll ever get. I don't know. I feel like this needs to be bigger. Otherwise, it looks like a space gun. Whoops. Something like that. We had such a blast last night with golf with your friends.
Oh, dude, I had such a fun time. Like
Laughed until we cried. Like,
I was actually kind of upset. It's like, man, I kind of mad that I didn't get to play the whole 3 hours with you guys.
oh, for sure. I know. I think it'd be kind of cool if we were able to make that a weekly thing.
Like every Tuesday.
Yeah. Except that Mando, she's got stuff going on every day that starts with a T. But she said she'd be willing to ditch people for us. Well, she said she'd be willing to ditch people for me, but I'm sure she meant Nomi too.
Oh, thanks, Mando.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Sure. Oh, someone's shooting at me already. No.
It looks like a pistol grip shotty to me. You know what? Risk it. Just take your knowledge and leave. Mando says, I'll ditch everyone for you both.
Oh, I feel so special.
She says, you have my number. Text me. I did. I think one of the other things too here, gang, is that this basically would need to be turned more. So I think, hang on, this needs to be bolder. So basically, if I would turn this here so that it's like shorter, you know, something like this. Oh, that's kind of cool. Looks like a double barrel. That wasn't supposed to happen, but that kind of happened. It kind of happened. Let's just play around with it and see where this takes us. It's all about the fun. This is ridiculous. What even is that? I mean, yeah. I'm okay with it though, because it kind of gives that idea, because Joe's going to be over to the side. So like, let's just say I clean this up, right? And I gather Joe over here and I shrinkify her a little bit. She's going to be way over here, right? Like maybe down here. And then Nomi's character is going to be like here, you know, just ready to blast away. And I kind of like the size of what Nomi looks like right here, because it's supposed to be really exaggerated. So Joe would honestly be bigger over here anyway. So the gun kind of, I wonder what she would look like over this way.
Oh, I think she'd look great like that.
Yeah, so I don't want to focus too much on the weapon when it's not that's the thing too, guys, always remembering that it's not supposed to be like the gun's not the main thing. So if I shrink people down and we kind of do this, because otherwise you can't see Nomi. This is obviously more of like a poster style. So let's see. Let's shrink Joe again more than what she already is. Unless I put her like way over here and then we all just kind of stand in the corner. Oh, I don't want to. Oh, I cut Joe's feet off. Oh, it's okay. I'll bring her back.
Not her feet.
She needs them. And then we make Nomi bigger. Hang on, I gotta
make me bigger.
I gotta make
fear me because I'm so tall.
That's right. It would be cooler if she was way up here, but the problem being then that the chainsaw, like she's not. I'd have to angle her maybe. I don't think this is registering correctly. I'd have to shrink Nomi. And then the thing is, I have no idea where my character would go. I maybe would put Nomi over here and then somehow put my character somewhere else. It looks like Joe would be the main event of this. So this is where the problem is coming in, is like the composition of this piece. So let's undo everything that we've already done. Okay, let's see. There we go. So now we come with the problem. It's like, oh, it's not making the right kind of thumbnail. Let's see. What if we made Nomi really big?
Yeah, make me really big.
Make me large. And although this just again doesn't really make sense then if Joe's like it's really small. She'd have to be way off in the background. Wish we could do that. Nomi's height was surprising, but she's a Texan, so I should have known. Yeah, I know. 5'6.5" is a lot. So maybe if I kept Joe like that, and then we kept Narmi up top here. It's not. Oh man, we are running into a problem. Ah, the struggles of the artist's life. Oh. Okay. Well, we'll figure it out. Maybe we'll have to. Oh no. Maybe we might have to change Nomi. All right, let's put Joe over here. Put Joe in a corner. And then we're going to rotate Nomi. I think that would work. And then my character, I probably will change the position of the body type of this character as well. Whoops. Let me undo that. And maybe flip it where it's like, I'll be like down here by Joe's feet and I'll just be a little bit bigger. And then I'll put like the Fortnite symbol in the side. A little bit chaotic, but it kind of reminds me of like one of those Avengers posters where they're all just in the one side. Gaming with Freddy has redeemed a posture check. Thank you. Thank you. Alasia is so much taller than me. She had to bend down to give me cries in 5'2". Well, you get to know Joe, and then you're roughly the same height, right? When you do gaming streams, you only stream here? No, I also stream over on my YouTube gaming channel. So, all right, let me put myself away, and let me.
As I'm playing Fortnite, there's a countdown to something.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my. All right, let's get rid of no. All right, I'm okay with Joe. I know, guys, the gun is... Yeah, I've met Mando in real life. I have a video of it documenting my experience as we drew artwork for Nomi.
I have not met Mando in real life.
You should.
Which makes me sad.
It's very fun. Mando, MegaCon, you should come. We'll all do an escape room together. Okay.
Imagine an escape room inside with Mando. Just the screaming and the loud noises.
I could see her standing in the corner when we all just can't figure out how to do anything, and she just like hit her head on the wall. Ah!
I can hear her say, like, it involves math. I don't know math.
I can't brain anymore. Let us out. Biggle says, I'm sad I can't go to MegaCon this year. Why did they change the month? Did they change the month? Is it no longer? Is it in March?
It's in March.
Oh. Sadness and despair. Sorry about that, Biggles. Not that it was in part of my, not that I could make a difference. All right. I'm going to duplicate these because that way I have all the wiggle room in the world to do whatever it is that I choose to do. All right, we're going to smudge this layer together. These layers will be smudged. And then I wonder if I could just make Joe really big like this. Maybe we'll tilt Joe. And then we bring back Narmi.
Big. Okay.
The only problem with this is that I still can't see the chainsaw. This makes me mad. And then there's maybe I just don't add myself. What if I just have a thumbnail with just my friends? Like it's
possible to add you into the bigger picture.
Yeah, it's hard though. What I've done with you makes it very difficult because I guess I could always make two different thumbnails, but still this makes it really difficult. Because of the proportions. If this was more of like poster style as far as vertical, I think that it wouldn't be such a problem. But because like if I want to be able to see Nomi's crazy hair and her face and the chainsaw, that's where I run into a problem. unless she's
Oh,
way in the back. But then again, it's like, so I think I just then have to change my character. And we just let Joe be the main star of the event. Then there's no room for Sevi. So we're just going to have to save Sevi for a different thumbnail. Mando says, I think I might get to go this year. Yes! She's like, I would, in fact, do all of those things. See, we know Mando so well. Like,
yeah. Manda's great. I would love to
oh,
do
okay.
that.
Do
And then Freddie, I'm technically I'm in 0 build right now, so I don't know what the countdown means.
It's the final countdown.
Oh,
All right, so maybe if I do that, and we're moving Nomi around once again. I just always like doing Nomi's hair. It just, for some reason, her chibi hair always comes out flawless as opposed to like everybody else's hair that I try to do. So yeah, I don't
oh,
know
thanks.
why. I don't know why your hair is the easiest to draw. Although
I
Joe's
keep
came out pretty good. So
I keep my hair very, very basic, very simple, easy to
very,
maintain.
very, very mindful.
Hmm.
What if I
I
did
will
my?
say, I started using a different shampoo, and I've noticed my hair is a lot looser. I guess you could say, like not
Like
as
softer?
yeah, not as like collecting. It doesn't collect as much soap as it used to, or shampoo.
Okay. My secret was always just double washing. It didn't really matter what shampoo I used. Are y'all going to do an Airbnb for MegaCon? Asks Mando. So I live here, Mando. So I have a place of residence, but it's not very accommodating. But Nomi is, you could move in with her box on the street,
I
and
could.
and we'll have to be in talks. We'll need to be talking. We'll need to be talking. That would be fun. We love Nomi, says Deranged Lunatic. Wow. Wow. What are you going to say about that, Nomi? The people love
Um, man, didn't know how great I would be to be loved. It's crazy.
It's crazy. I didn't know. I didn't know I was going to experience love when I came on Tabitha's channel.
I know.
They love me here.
I'm over here playing Fortnite and just living my best Fortnite life.
All right. So if we've got all these characters, where does my character go?
Gosh.
Let's get this reference back up in here. I don't think there's that's necessary. So what do you got planned for the day, Nomi? What are you doing with yourself?
What I got planned for my day? Today's Wednesday, right? I got GCA later on today.
That's right. Bad music. Nomi, you are amazing, and don't you forget it.
Oh, thanks. Who said that?
Who do you think?
Mando?
Mando.
Oh, Mando. Oh, your thing disappeared on screen.
I know. I'm getting some. I can't let everybody know all my secrets, so I hide my reference my thing whenever I bring up my reference photos because it brings up all my other photos, and people aren't allowed to know what all I'm working on just yet. So
yeah,
secret sauce there.
I'm
I had
hiding
thought
in
about
a.
using this character, but you won't be able to. I just have to turn myself upside down. That's what I would have to do to be able to fit into this picture. All right, let's see. From this, what do I have? What options do I have that would work for me here? I could do this character in the back here and just kind of make her look. She's not near as exciting as everybody else, but it's okay. What if I flippity doodah this? We rotate. Hang on. Oh crap! I merged up. I merged up. So you're just chinchilling? You're just hanging out?
Yeah, let's see. My sister's in town, so
Ooh.
got to do some stuff with her yesterday, and I think we're gonna probably do a little bit of more stuff today. Waiting for friends to get out of a thing called work,
Life.
a job, something like that. I mean, I have that. currently doing that, but I got some time to hang out with my friend Tabitha because I told my boss, I was like, hey, my friend Tabitha is live right now, and I really want to spend some time with her online, and I would really,
Aw.
really like to hang out.
And your boss was like, "Who?"
He's
No.
like, my boss was like, I allow it.
One of these days, Tabitha will do my mugshot on a T-shirt. Oh my! Of
Who's
course, but you could like stay with us at the Airbnb. I could. We're gonna have to talk, Amanda. We're gonna have to talk. Tabitha, you can't see all the ingredients in her secret sauce. That's right. That's right. I believe GCA is discussing renting a house for MegaCon. I'm chatting with some friends about getting one nearby. Says Risk It for the Biscuit.
Oh,
I could do this character, but I think for the sake of simplicity, or maybe I do this one. I might just do this character. Or was it, who was it? This one with the claws. But it would be kind of neat to do this character here. I kind of based Nomi's character off of this one, so I could just kind of lather, rinse, repeat. And then just put the claws on this character. I think I could do that. I think that's what we're going to do. Every class, I think we've made a decision. All right, let's give this a try. We're going to change the color. I'm going to make myself green. I might need to get rid of Joe and Nomi first, though. So here we go. Oh, come on, Tabitha. Your secret rests well with us. It's the internet, Freddie. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? All right, so here we go. Do that, and we're going to make it our own. Just kind of loosely following. Are you winning your game? Are you doing well? Kind of. Or... Nomi, who's going to be in charge of getting the good stuff?
The good stuff.
Mando, didn't they teach you how to do that in prison? Yeah. You know, when you were busy being the boss of all 2 gangs overnight. She wants to know if you're going to be in charge of like the jailhouse wine beverages. But I don't know if people can handle all of that. It's very possible.
There's like a Kamehameha type of weaponry here in Fortnite, and I don't like it.
A kind of what?
Kamehameha. It's like a Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball.
Oh, okay. I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's a real thing. I don't like it.
Okay, got our ear. And then...
Dang it. Well, I got lost.
Did you lose? You lost.
I lost.
For shame.
I mean, I was in top 3, so...
Mando wants to know if the Mando skins are still there. I might be tempted to purchase that. I thought she was talking about herself for a second.
Let me check. Oh, that makes sense because Dragon Ball is in the shop right now.
Well, then, there you go. Riddle solved.
Fantastic Four is here.
The Fantastic Four skin.
I don't like the fact that there's a Pedro Pascal skin.
Ew, no, brother, no. Ew.
There's pirates again.
Fantastic Four. I feel like they're running out of ideas, or is that just me?
No, they're running out of ideas.
It's like there's still plenty of people in the world that you could have, but
I can't wait for them to have like a Dandadan skin.
What is a Dandadan skin?
Dandadan is a anime. Current new anime that came out not that long ago.
Oh, okay. I don't know what you're talking about.
Dandadan, 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 dandadan.
Wow,
you would
worst fist in the world. Huh?
You would not like you wouldn't. I would say you would not like it because the first three episodes was a shock factor to me. I was like, oh, that's very.
Okay. What kind of shock factor? It's a supernatural romance anime, is what Biggles says. It isn't a Tabitha anime. Are you watching? Are you watching the Horn?
No, it's not Horn. And it's called hentai. Anime horn is hentai.
I
The
don't
horn.
know. Biggles is saying it's not for me. He just goes, it's a supernatural romance anime. It's not Tabitha anime. It's like,
It's
oh
not
my.
Tamitha approved anime.
Okay. But
It's
why?
if you can go past the first 3 episodes, you'll be
Sounds
okay.
sounds like a Seinfeld problem. If you could just get past, the first few, it's pretty good, says Mando, but not what is it one of those adult animes?
It's not an adult anime. It just has like a lot. I wouldn't say innuendos, but
Is it
um
raunchy humor?
no, not raunchy humor. The best way to describe it, there's one main character. His name is Okarun, and so the premise of the story is that these two kids in high school, they dared each other. Like, oh, ghosts aren't real. Oh, aliens aren't real, but one of them are believers of either,
Okay.
entity. And they challenge each other like, oh, like the one other girl character, her name is Momo, and her grandma's like a medium. And she's like, my grandma's like the best medium. She's the best medium in like the area, and just hyping her up. So that's why she's saying like, yeah, that's why I believe ghosts are real, because I've seen them. My grandma exorcises them and stuff like that. And Okarun's like, no, aliens are real, ghosts aren't real. So they said, okay, how about this? Let's go to um let's go to this abandoned hospital, because that's where ghosts are at. So you go here, Okarun. Oh no, you go here, Momo, because that's where aliens are like known to be at. And then Momo challenged Okarun, like, all right, then you go to this tunnel, because that's where paranormal activity happens. So, unbeknownst to both of them, they encounter a ghost and an alien spaceship. So Momo's about to be abducted, and they want like her female parts, but they're saying it very openly, like, oh, you're not
Like
taking like my,
graphically?
yeah,
Okay.
not like too graphic, but yeah. Um, and then when Okarun encounters the yokai, it's kind of the yokai being the ghost. It's a little bit of a shock factor where I'm like, oh, I would not expect them to say that personally. Oh.
She's dying.
I killed this person. We. I'm gonna take
So is
this
it
one.
just because they use like adult words to describe body parts? This is the reason why I would be uncomfortable?
No, not really like uncomfortableness,
Because I mean, I'm
but
okay with adult body part words.
it's what the main ghost, which is Turbo Granny. When
What?
That's the ghost's name, Turbo Granny.
Turbo Granny?
Yeah, Turbo Granny. That's the name.
That's fan. I want to be. That's what when I get older and have grandkids, that's what I want them to call me. Turbo Granny. I've never seen Full Metal Alchemist, Mando. Okay, I'm still so confused because now I feel like I need to watch it to understand what you're even talking about.
It's funny, but it's like I said, when Turbo Granny like first meets Okarun. So the lore of this yokai is to guide females who've been victims of SA. Oops, I'm being shot at.
Well, that's what happens when you play with guns.
Wee. So the ghost kind of guides the women who've been SA'd and kind of like protects them. Like she's the granny of them to protect them, making sure like, nothing will happen to them. So when she sees Okarun, like, oh, this is a guy, I'm gonna make him uncomfortable. So the crazy thing that she says is like, hey boy. Oh, it's pretty gross. I don't know. I don't want to say because it's a family friendly channel for you.
Okay.
Well, but when the grandmother said that, it's like, oh my god, like why would she say that? That's disgusting.
Well, Biggle says there's a lot of swearing in the show.
Yeah, there's some swearing in it.
Okay, well then there you go. Um, Mando says Full Metal Alchemist is very dark, but such a great anime, and I recommend everyone watch it. But if you can't handle dark gore, then nah. Well, I mean, so I'm not a huge anime person myself anyway, but I have ones that I have watched and enjoyed and actually finished. um, I really liked the Finding Neverland. That one was really good. That one was very creepy.
I need to get
Uh,
into that one.
that one was very creepy, but very fascinating, which is why I watched that one. And then I think that might be the only one that I finished, but I started Attack on Titan, and I really liked that one because it was creepy, but it was fascinating as well. I just after a while it was the same thing over and over again, so I never finished it. Um, and then I started one call on Netflix called Black Clover.
Oh, I need to get that one into it
And
too.
I really enjoyed the first few episodes of that, but again, I never went back and finished it. Um, and then what's another one? I really enjoyed those. So the two that I've finished, I enjoyed, and I actually finished was The Finding Neverland and Death Note. I really, really liked Death Note. I thought it was fascinating, the whole moral gray area that eventually just turns into evil. And it's not exactly where I just went to. Okay, so Rizkit Hayden Wayne told me that I need to do for because he was hearing about my struggles with anime and he highly recommended this one, and I don't remember the reason why. And I'm bored out of my mind. The first two episodes, I was like, okay, all right, this is good. It's not just constantly back and forth and stupid women squealing over things and girly girls being annoying. I like this. And then the show just does nothing for like the next
It's a
6
slow
episodes.
burn.
And it's because you haven't met Stark yet. The fact that I have to tunnel my way to interest for a TV show, no, thank you. I have better things to do with my time than to sit there hoping that it's going to catch my interest. So that's just how I look at it. I'm glad.
You didn't even
What?
finish Jujutsu Kaisen.
I didn't because the annoying women showed up. If it wasn't for the women, I would probably keep watching these shows, but I cannot stand anime females. They get on my nerves, they grate my skin, and I just can't do anything with them. Demon Slayer, I started watching that with my cousin and I really enjoyed it. And I never went back and finished it.
Demon Slayer is good.
But
I haven't finished it either.
so maybe because they have the sister gagged is the whole reason that it's good, because the annoying crying women I cannot stand. There are enough whiny women in the world for me to have to watch it as entertainment. And I don't get it. I don't understand. Okay. All right. We're going into a hot territory. We're going into Tabitha's takes. I don't understand in the world that we're living in today, where all the men are complaining about how whiny and childish that women are, but they have this huge fascination with anime. Make it make sense. I want to know the secret behind this.
I don't know.
Yep.
I don't know. I just kind of tolerate it, just like, oh, this is a good story.
Right.
Then
right.
you know, now that you're saying that,
now that I'm saying the secret part out loud,
I wouldn't say secret part out loud, but now that you reminded me again of like why you hate anime women, Dandadan's not for you.
Okay, a lot of angry women. I mean, anime women are not real. Of course, they're not real. But why would you want to watch childish versions of real women whining all the time? Like, I don't understand that. You know, in the Finding Neverland, they were kids, so that didn't make, they weren't whiny. They were more mature than, like, I really wanted to love Sailor Moon because when I was a kid, it was all the rage and it looked amazing and it looked fascinating. I was not allowed to watch Sailor Moon growing up. So when I got older, right. So when I got older, I was like, yes, my brother got me the first season for my birthday and I was so excited to start watching it. And I'm like, dear God, this girl is annoying. All she does is cry. All she does is whine. All she does is woe is me. All she does is selfish acts of whatever that I never finished it. I'm like, this is so awful. of a character? How is she the star? How does everybody love her? I don't understand. um um Biggle says the ones that I watch don't have annoying women. Okay, then you're gonna have to tell me the ones that you watch because pretty much all of them. Like I watched. The only reason I think that I finished Death Note was because it was such a fascinating plot, and because that one woman wasn't in there all the time. I could handle it, but as soon as she came in, I just grated my skin. I hate it. And then I've met people that are like, "Oh, she's so cute. I love her. I think she's great," and it's like, why? Why? Why do we like annoying, bratty women? Make it make sense to me. Now, look, I know I come off very passionate and very strong in my beliefs. I don't care if you enjoy it. It just doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't make sense to me. Um, and also, I'm not saying the men in my chat, but I'm just saying in the world, if men are upset that all women do is whine, cry, and act like brats and they're immature, but then you have a crush on anime women, I can't take it seriously.
I mean, I have a crush on an anime man.
I don't. What does he whine and complain and act like a brat all the time?
Not to me, because I can go past that.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see.
He actually doesn't. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think he really does.
I don't think so either. He's the white-haired guy, right?
Yeah.
No, I don't think he's a whiny brat. He's very cocky and self-assured. It's very different. Very different.
Types
Seven
I'd
Deadly
never go
Sins,
for.
Cowboy Bebop, Wolf's Rain, Gundam Wing, Gundam. I really think you'd like 7 Deadly Sins. I love Stargate, so honestly, chat, this is just me. I have a hard time. Maybe it's because I didn't grow up with anime. I don't know. I have a hard time with the back and forth, like the constant back and forth, the constant fighting, the constant screaming, the constant inner monologue. That is difficult for me to get past. It's not really my preference. And so I'm one of those people where I would love to be into anime because I think the art is absolutely gorgeous. And I do think they have a lot of amazing storylines. They're very creative storylines that I wish we could adopt into Western cinema if we would just try a little bit, but a little bit harder. But I have a hard time with cartoons now that I'm an adult. Like there's very few cartoons that I feel like I want to go watch, I want to go see. And don't come at me. Like you can be like, anime is not a cartoon. It's a cartoon. Okay. I'm not dissing it. It's an animation. It is a drawn picture. It is a cartoon. I love cartoons. But it's like unless I grew up with it, I have a hard time with newer stuff that's in a drawn art style that it's a cartoon. And even with like the Disney movies that come out and stuff like that, I didn't like Wish, but I actually liked the art style for Wish. I just the story didn't make sense. And then I did like Moana and Frozen, but like, if there's a new Toy Story coming out, I don't really want to see it. And it's not just because it's Disney. It's just like I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. It's just not. Riskit says I'm right there with you. What having a hard time watching like cartoons anymore because I know that they make cartoons for adults. I just I don't know. I just couldn't. There was one anime that I really wanted to try out because the premise sounded really fascinating, and that was Castlevania. But because I saw that it was rated MA, and I'm very careful with what I watch, I went on to IMDb and I went to the parents' guide, and I'm like, oh, no thanks. I don't need to see I don't need to see cartoon characters acting like real people. We don't need that. Reading is the correct way to consume media, in my opinion. 100% Mando. I mean, honestly, I do enjoy watching a visual entertainment. To slow my brain down because it's always going. So sometimes just having something to basically think for you is good. But Castlevania is a great storyline. It's super dark and stuff, but the story that's what I was really curious about, the storyline. But for me personally, it's very difficult, and I kind of don't want to get past the stuff that is mature. I just don't want to watch that kind of stuff. To me, cartoons are difficult to catch my interest. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's just like a normal phase of life. And like I said, there are some that I really enjoyed. I didn't mind Black Clover. I really loved Death Note. Um, and I guess I'm just a lot more particular now. And I just like I said, the fact that almost all the anime have annoying, whiny women in them, I can't do that. I don't like being around women like that in real life. Why would I want to watch it for entertainment? And they're always so shrill. They're always so
Mm.
shrill. Oh my gosh. Oh.
Ah.
It's not even like they're complaining in normal voices like, "Oh my gosh, this is so awful. I can't stand this." It's always like, "Oh my gosh, this is so awful. I just really want to do this. I just really love ice cream."
Oh, then yeah, Dan is not for
I don't
you.
like that. I don't like that. Oh my girl, but that's Tabitha's take. Okay, I'll
But
return to
it's a
being
good take. I mean, I get it. It's valid.
I'll return to being a nice person now. But okay, so here is my picture. This is what we're going to be working with because I think over here in this corner, let me get a different. Did you
Ooh.
unlock something?
I got a Kamehameha.
Okay.
So it's currently a thing inside Fortnite right now. Yeah. It's a weapon. You can use it.
Cool.
So but you only get 3 of them.
Huh. Well, that's what they do. They lure you in and they pull you right back. So this is essentially what the thumbnail will look like. I'm going to put the Fortnite thing over in the corner with a bunch of us gals ready to seize the day. Carpe the DM. Mando says, yeah, they make me want to punch them in the face. Exactly, Mando. So it's just like, why would I want to watch it for my entertainment? There's enough drama in the real world. It's just not my thing. If they would talk normally, I think I would be able to handle it better. But for some reason, it's just they're all ADD and they're all hyped up on sugar. And I just it's not for me. So, but anyway, thank you guys for hanging out with me. Thank you. What's your name? Nomi for
Wow.
for graciously joining us. There is nobody for me to host. Mando Mando's like, wait. I'm a loud person.
It's true.
That's true. She's like, I do annoy people too. You're the fun kind though. Didn't find you annoying. Yeah, but you're not whiny. You're just loud. That's the difference. There's a difference between being loud and whiny and just plain old loud. So that's where I draw the line. That's where it is for me. Mando is the worst, says Biggles. Wow. Biggles, you're not invited to the escape room.
Yeah.
Sorry. You're not allowed to join us. But Danny's doing a live stream. Danny's doing a live stream, right? Yeah, but she doesn't go live on Kick anymore, like I told you she should. But anyway, guys, thank you for hanging out. This brush hour stream went a little longer.
But it was fun though.
But it was fun, and we'll be back for more. I may or may not be going live tomorrow. It just kind of depends. I don't even remember what day it is. It's Wednesday. That's what it is.
It is
It's
Wednesday.
But anyway, until next time, everybody.
Bye.
We will catch you